Hi folks, Joseph Kursky here. Geographic Information Systems, or GIS, accomplishes many good things in education, many useful things in education, two of which I will highlight today, and that is integrating real-time events, things that are happening in the world right now, natural hazards, traffic, weather, political instability, things in the news. And number two, integrating different disciplines. In this case, it's a great illustration of math, science, geography, environmental studies, and so much more. The current situation that we're analyzing right now is wildfires across Western Canada and how it impacts air quality, health, and other things in the environment. So here I'm in ArcGIS Online. I've added the smoke forecast from the National Weather Service. Note that it's a time-enabled layer, so you can scroll across here like I'm doing right now. You can go forward, you could play it, etc. in various speeds. So the point is, you've got this data at your fingertips. Okay, well you can see the pattern there right now. You can measure a little math integration. You could do a measurement of, gosh, how big is this, for example, in miles or kilometers or whatever units you want to use. What's the swath distance there? But also you can add the current wildfires. Now the situation that's going on right now is not just confined to political borders. Like a lot of things in our environment, they span borders. So here's the USA current wildfires, but we really need to add the active wildfires in Canada. This is where most of the smoke is coming from right now in late May 2023. So we've got this layer that is the smoke forecast, but we also have the wildfires. Let's pop up a legend and see what those red circles are up in Canada. Out of control. What does that exactly mean? How big are they? So you can click on each one of these because it's a geographic information system. So that means you've got attributes or data or information in a tabular form behind every one of these points, lines, and polygons. Okay, so we're looking at those three layers right now, but we can do more. For example, what impact does current weather have on where the smoke is blowing? Okay, so we've got some current weather. We also have at our fingertips, and you have at your fingertips as well, the NOAA GOES satellite. And of course, with each one of these layers in ArcGIS Online, you've got a lot of power at your fingertips. So for example, you can say, well, gosh, I want to look at this in sort of a not so transparent a mode. So I'm going to go over to my imagery and I'm going to go to properties and I'm going to say, transparency. Notice this transparency slider. So I can make it opaque or totally transparent. I'm going to leave it a little bit toward the transparent side of the scale. Okay, so we've got the wildfires, the radar weather, and the satellite imagery at our fingertips right now. We also have current weather data. So, for example, what direction is the wind blowing in each one of these locations? Now, a couple days ago here in Colorado, where I am, the wildfires smoke from Alberta was really quite thick. It's not so thick today because look at these wind vectors. They're actually blowing, in many cases, from the south to the north or from the southeast to the northwest. The other day, it was completely in reverse. So students and faculty could look at the fact that if the wind is blowing from those smoky areas into maybe where you are on the Earth's surface, hence, that's the situation that's going on. Hence, the air quality is bad in your town or your city or your rural area right now. Another thing that we can do is we can look at air quality. Okay, so if I turn on that layer, notice I've got these dots indicating air quality. And if I go ahead and make that a layer, I can look at, okay, I've got ozone and PM AQI. Okay, so we can look at the metadata to find out what that means. Air quality index at various places. Why is it so bad near these wildfires, etc.? Okay, so fascinating to look at this data. We've got a lot of wind vectors right there, so I'm going to go ahead and turn off the current wind data. So now I just have on the ozone and PM AQI, air quality index. Fascinating. Look at these wildfires in California, by the way, but I'm getting ahead of myself. We can do many things. Measure the perimeter, the area of these wildfires, but look, with a few clicks, I can use the add button in the upper left of my ArcGIS Online map viewer and access data from federal, international, state, province, nonprofits, academia, government agencies of various kinds, industry. I've got a lot of data at my fingertips. More is not always better, but just with a few clicks, I've got about, 6 or 7 layers, and I can really start analyzing what's the situation with, in this case, wildfires. But in other cases, it might be something else. It could be floods, it could be hurricanes, tornadoes, other natural hazards, but also other issues happening on the planet. 2 things here. GIS allows you to access real-time data feeds because it's a web-based platform, and it allows you to access real-time data feeds from various sources, local to global. Fascinating. And also, it's a great integrator. You can use this in a lot of different classrooms. Again, environmental studies, geography, earth science, computer science, getting into the API, the application programming interface. You can do some coding here. You can write some expressions. All these maps are powered by Python and JavaScript. And you could also use this, of course, in a variety of different age levels. Primary school, secondary school, community, technical, tribal college, university. With different vocabulary that you're using, different levels of analysis that you're using, and much more. So across grade levels, disciplines, political boundaries, and subject matters. So fascinating to be able to do this at your fingertips here with ArcGIS Online from Esri. And this tool right here being the most important tool of all. Your spatially enabled, spatially thinking brain, looking at asking questions and digging into data and asking the whys of where, and uncovering what's where, why is it there, and why should we care? What's where, why is it there, and why should we care? Why should we care about wildfires? What's burning? How's it burning? Why is it burning? How long is it going to burn? Etc. And why should we care about human impact on the landscape and how humans are also affected by wildfires and other things going on in their environment? All right, lots of food for thought there, but I hope this has been useful, and I encourage you to use these tools and these data sets in your own classroom. Thanks.